If you get to, hey, what's up, guys? What is going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. Liverpool versus Wolves. Another one of these last season games. This one being for Liverpool, of course. And quite frankly, I'm sad. I'm sad, obviously, because of the departure of Klopp. But I'm also sad because of just not being able to catch the Liverpool games that I wanted to catch, especially towards the end of the season, even though they were pretty much out of the picture. Especially with I think it all started with the downfall in that Manchester United FA Cup. And after that, they just weren't the same. They were not the same. I was hoping they were going to pull through for Klopp, just one more for the big guy, and they just weren't able to. It's like they lost their focus. Their eye on the prize was completely shattered and just wayward and just somewhere else, because they were not the same. And I have to say, one of the reasons I think is Salah. Salah not just being himself. There were a lot of opportunities, just like in this game, where he missed out, where he would have been able to have scored before. We're not talking about Nunez that we're used to. We're not talking about Jackson that is used to also missing these huge opportunities, or opportunities where you would have seen him score most of them. I'm not saying he had to score all of them, but a lot of these, 8 out of 10, I think they would have gone in the net. And in this game, there were plenty. There were so many. There was the Elliott chance. There was the Robertson chance. There was towards the end, Luis Diaz feeding him a ball that he just couldn't control anymore. I'm sure he was tired, but that's what I mean. He's got to go. He's got to go in fashion too. He's got to go with a good send off, just like they did for Klopp this year. But you could tell he's just not focused, and those split seconds that he doesn't have anymore, that he's missing, and they seem like they're completely gone. He's not going to get them back, first of all, and he very much needs them. That's his style of play. That's his style of football, and he doesn't have that anymore. He's not there anymore. It's not there anymore. He's not going to get that back. And they gotta start thinking about getting someone new, especially for this new era that they're going into. Whether this guy works out or not, Arne Slot or whatever his name is, they got to get somebody else, and they got to get somebody else, because that transition is going to take its time. It's going to take its course. It's going to be a journey to be able to see if it works out or not. And I know he's got another year left in his contract, but for everybody, I think he should leave this summer. I hope it goes through. And again, not because I think like he's completely at fault where we need to get rid of him. You need to just send him packing, but for the better of the club. And in my opinion, I think he's being a little bit selfish if he wants to stay another year, because it's not going to get better. And yeah, he might get his 10 to 15 goals per season, but not to the point where you're going to play against a city that's going to be reinforced. That doesn't seem like they're slowing down anytime soon, and they just need the best. And they already just need to be thinking about the new generation, and they need to have that new attacker in place to see if he's a good fit or not. So I think Salah needs to depart. He needs to go. Luis Diaz, he needs to stay. I'm not going to say that he needs to go, but he needs to work on his final touch, because he is so good at just dribbling. He's so good at taking defenders on. But once he gets to the end, I mean, he's great at also passing, assisting, but it's his finish that sometimes bothers me. It's not as sharp. At the same time, this game didn't have as much importance, or better yet, since it didn't have that much importance, you would think he'd play a little bit more relaxed, being able to score the goals that he needs to score. And in this game, he also had opportunities to be able to score, but he did well. He had a good game as well. Gakpo being another one, great game from him. Elliott's one of those players that I didn't really feel comfortable with. I didn't really think he was that influential, but I've seen him grow this season, and I really enjoyed the progress that he's made this season. And I've noticed that he's taken his game to new heights as well. So he's another one that played well. And just the combination with him, Elliott, McAllister, Salah. Obviously, in this game, Salah, in other games as well, Salah, Luis Diaz, when Szoboszlai comes in, Gakpo, it's really something special just seeing all these guys combine. And that's how the first goal came, actually. It was just a beautiful pass from Diaz. That's a pass that not many people would make. It was between two defenders, and it was a sideways pass, but I think that's what started the goal, for Elliott to cross the in-swinger and McAllister to head it in. And I'm really saddened by the way Klopp ended up leaving this season. I wanted him to at least win one more besides the Carabao Cup, at least the Europa. I was aiming for him to be at least right now today in the final against Bayer Leverkusen, so that would have been something special. But still, really good send-off from the Liverpool fans. I mean, there wasn't a single noise when this man was speaking. You could hear a pin drop. You could hear someone getting a call. Amazing how silent they were and how attentive they were when he was talking. The send-off from Semedo, you know what? Back in the day, that never would have been a send-off. Maybe not even a yellow. It would have just been a warning. Yeah, it is. Nowadays, that's a send off. That's a send off. Well, what can you do? I just think he was protecting himself as well. I don't think he was doing it out of ill will. There was nothing against McAllister, and McAllister also is one to be aggressive when he goes in. So that could have gone both ways. So really sucks. Really sucks to be sent off like that. But everything got a little bit easier for Liverpool after that. After that sent off from Semedo. So yeah, it was a good game. It was a really good game, and I'm looking forward to the transfer. I'm looking forward to who they end up getting up in the front, who they have in store, who they have in mind to be able to replace Salah, even if he doesn't go, because I'm sure they're already in talks about that. They're already thinking about who's going to be the replacement for this guy, and it sure as hell better not be Nunez. That's all I'm saying. Overall, really good game, really really good game with a lot of attacking. I mean, I don't know how many times. How many attempts? There was so many attempts from Liverpool, and really good game from everybody. Trent Alexander-Arnold, another one, really good pass. There was that really stupendous pass to Gakpo that left him all by himself. Had the shot, the block, really really good. Just sometimes I don't know his defensive skills. I mean, everybody knows he's not that great of a defender compared to how he is when he attacks, but oh man, I don't know. That leaves me worried. That's one guy that I don't know. He needs to keep working on his defending capabilities. So yeah, so that's it. Anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.